Lila stepped through the little gate and found herself standing at the edge of a forest. The air here was different, cooler, stiller, almost as if the trees were holding their breath. Above, the sky had deepened to a velvet blue, with the first stars beginning to sparkle. The path before her was narrow, lined with moss that glowed faintly in the starlight. Each step Lila took was softened, hushed, as though the forest wished her to walk gently. She paused and listened. At first, there was only silence. But then, very faintly, she heard something. The trees were whispering, not in words she could understand, but in soft tones, low and melodic, like a song carried on the wind. It was steady and slow, almost like a heartbeat. Lila closed her eyes for a moment, letting the rhythm settle into her chest. Hush now, under the trees, the forest is singing its song on the breeze. Hush now, under the trees, the forest is singing its song on the breeze. As she continued, she noticed tiny lights glowing between the roots. They weren't fireflies this time, but small mushrooms, shining faintly blue and white. Together, they formed little constellations on the forest floor, like stars that had fallen to earth. The trees grew taller the deeper she went, their branches arching high above her head. They seemed to lean in as she passed, their trunks humming gently in harmony. It was as if the whole forest were alive, with a song meant only for her. At one point, she stopped by a stream. The water glided so slowly, its surface reflecting the starlight. She dipped her hand into the cool flow, and for a moment felt as though the water itself whispered a welcome. She smiled, breathing in deeply. The air smelled of pine and damp earth, grounding her, steadying her. The path bent once more, and just ahead, she saw something unusual. 2 trees grew side by side, their branches twisted together to form a natural archway. But this was no ordinary arch. It glowed faintly, just as the garden gate had glowed, a soft radiance woven with starlight. Lila stood before it, listening to the forest's lullaby one last time. The archway beckoned, shimmered softly in the night. She stepped closer and paused. Beyond the arch, she could see only more light, as though the forest itself was holding back a secret. Lila placed her hand on the bark of one of the trees. It was warm beneath her palm. She whispered a thank you to the forest and breathed in deeply once more. The forest hummed in reply, as if it understood. And then she stood, very still, gazing at the glowing arch, wondering what it might reveal if she stepped through.